Well, everybody, Mother's Day is coming up, and we are here at Lakeside Speedway, and we have caught up with Patti Deranek, and she is the mom of Darren Kling, the Grand National driver here at Lakeside Speedway, and the number 30. Patti, quite a job, first of all, just being a mom, and then also being the crew chief here on this car. How hard is it for you to separate the two jobs?
It's not hard at all. I know what my son's capabilities are, and he's proved himself over and over all these years, and getting his seat time and learning how to set this car up. But safety came first. I said I don't care what he ran or what he did, but safety equipment was first and foremost, and we got the best that there was there, and the Hans device. And I don't worry about anything else because sheet metal can be replaced.
Was there a time when you said, I think this boy's going to be a race car driver?
I knew he would probably be a mechanic for sure, and that he is with his own business and diesel repair and auto. But he had a little yellow and red little Tykes coupe car, and he used to work on it all the time or pretend he was racing. So I kind of knew from the beginning that this is what he'd do, and it doesn't surprise me that his colors are red and yellow.
Are there times when you're the mom and you're a little bit worried about Darren, the driver, out there?
There's always times that I'm worried. Darren has always been wanted to be known as a clean, respectful driver. And he would never intentionally cut somebody off or do anything to hurt their equipment or them or take them out. And I always worry about that same respect coming back to him. That's as far as the motherly part goes. The rest of it, it's a hobby, but it's a business, and there's a lot of money on the line that we don't have, that he funds all of this himself out of his pocket with the help of a few good companies that, you know, I don't worry about his safety. I just worry about others.
How many hours a week do you put in on this race team?
This year is probably the first year that I don't put as many hours in. The car is pretty well set up. It's ready to go. It's as good as it's going to be. There's not a lot of adjustments, but it's just the normal maintenance. Changing oil, greasing it, doing the nut and bolt check on every single nut there is in this car, and you know, those things just to make sure that it's ready to go and performs the best that it can for him.
What about tonight? I presume everything is number one or you wouldn't be here, but how's Darren's year been going? And like I say, what do you think we can expect tonight as far as the performance of the car and Derek?
I think the car is as good as it ever been, and I think Darren's driving ability has stepped up a lot, and I think the fans have enjoyed watching him race these last few nights this year. And after being out of this car, which is the same car as 2010, and we never raced a single lap last year at all in it, so to come back after sitting out for a whole year and do as well as he's doing tells me that the car and him are very ready to race, and he's enjoying it. I tell him as long as he's having fun, that's all that matters. If we quit having fun racing, we don't need to be racing.
Well, I don't know about you, but man, I'm ready to do some racing tonight. The Cheese Works is going to follow Mom Patti around here a little bit, Crew Chief Patti, whatever we want to call her. So all I can tell you is, man, let's get racing and have some fun.
I'm always about to have fun, and I really enjoy watching everybody have a good time and the good racing that goes on here at Lakeside Speedway. And having this facility back after being underwater last year it's good to be home. It's good to be back with my racing family.
Okay, let's go racing. Well, Patty, what do you think? It looked like Darren pulled off early. There wasn't anything wrong, I hope.
The track is greasy. We've got it on a loose setup right now, so it makes it feel like he's slightly loose more than he normally does. No reason to keep pushing it.
No sense going out there wasting any gas. Not going to really find out anything till later on.
Nothing to prove right now. We know the engine's right, the setup's good. That's all that matters right now.
Oh, glad to hear that. Let's go check with Darren and see what he's got to say.
I told him that I felt like the track's just too wet.
Yeah, too wet. You're on a four-wheel slide.
Yeah.
You get in the gas instead of trying to grip the car and go, it just pushes because it's so wet.
Right, that's what I thought.
Way too wet.
But everything else feels good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's feeling out for any kind of bugs.
Right. I told him the engine was good and everything else looked good. Setup looks fine.
Yeah, just, you know, you watch that car camera, the car's just pushed so back because it's so wet.
Right.
Nothing, I don't think, in the car.
With this humidity, you don't want to change anything, do you?
No, jetting's fine. I do want to check the hubs, though, after the heat race.
I thought about doing that. Yeah, after heat race is fine, or I can do it now.
Might as well get the air jack out here, be ready. I want to check them hubs definitely after the heat race.
You don't want to do it before? I think we need to just do it now.
If you feel like checking them, you're more than welcome to, but I think
hey,
at least by the
hang on, I want the air jack out. I'm gonna go ahead and check them now, just to make sure they're all looking at your right rear. It's been that way.
I'm just saying, from you maybe hitting the wall, it would have got slightly more bent. It just looks worse than what it does.
That mudslinger plug, that whole chrome piece, is
it goes
bent,
like that.
and it makes it look like the wheel's loose.
Do you want no check?
I'm gonna check hubs, so I need the air jack out.
Patty, are we having a trouble with the axle or something here?
One thing that we always do is check our hub bearings and our hub seals. If your hub gets loose, it rocks the gears inside on your tube shaft, so you always check them. Everybody saw the wheel, and all it is the wheel's been bent from hitting the wall before. Just something that didn't get done at the shop, I felt like needed to be done before we went out for the heat race. Nothing important.
Just another one of those ongoing maintenance deals that never ends on a race car, right?
Exactly. Everything about racing, people don't realize how much time and effort it takes to always make sure that things are safe, not only for the person that you're in, but for other people out there on the track.
All right. Glad to hear everything's okay, man. I'm ready to go. Let's get this heat race going.
Sounds good to me.
Well, Mom, any last-minute instructions before he goes out? You give him driving tips, or you just do the work on the car?
I do all the work on the car and just support him and make sure that everything's ready to go. Make sure everything is comfortable, safety-wise, and that the car's ready. Don't do a lot else other than just make sure his needs are met.
Well, Patty, only 4 cars. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought there'd be more.
There was supposed to have been 5 in all 4 heat races. I don't know if something happened to the other guy or not, but this will still be an interesting race. Very interesting.
Well, Patty, it looks like the car was pretty close. Boy, I don't know exactly what to say. He was just a few feet away there a couple times.
This track condition only. It's just really still pretty wet and tacky. Some spots are starting to dry out a little bit. You get better traction, and then all of a sudden you're back into the tacky, and you just can't do anything with it. So.
I was going to say that's usually the problem with that bottom line. Boy, you can get in there really quick. You can run the corner good, but getting off the corner is the problem.
Usually Darren does very well on the bottom line. He usually, that's one of his favorite spots. The car seems to like it the best, but with the track, it's still pretty wet. So there's a lot of issues, and we changed a few things on setup that he's trying, and it's not that he doesn't like them. He's just not quite sure where the envelope is and not to push it past that. So he's doing good.
Okay.
Second place is not bad at all.
I was going to say that'll put him up in the feature in pretty good starting position.
It will. It'll be good. And so he's always done good in the last years.
Well, let's go back and see what we got to do. I'll talk to Darren, I guess, and see what adjustments we got to make.
Okay. Thank you.
It's dry slick. It's real dry slick in areas, but it's real tacky in areas. So either your car is too tight or it's too loose.
I know.
When it's anywhere it was tacky, my car was too tight. And you get tight, you get all that wheel in it, and you get a hit a dry slick spot car, you know, and then
take off from you. Yeah, I saw that.
Or it pushed like hell. There's no smooth track that's either tacky or slick. It's checkerboard.
I knew that. I could see it. There's nothing else.
You'd hit a dry slick spot, blow the tires off, and all of a sudden grab a bunch of tacky, and the car start pushing for the wall. I hate racetracks like that. Either give me one or the other.
Right. Yeah, I could see that, and there was nothing else you could do but just race it as best you could.
Hung on for what I had.
Right.
Let's trim this.
I'm going to. I need to get the battery charger on and get more fuel, probably. I just want another 5 gallons to stand by. Okay.
Well, Patty, A night at the track, I guess you could say. What did Darren have to say after he came in? I know you guys were checking out a fender well down here as far as some of the sheet metal around the tire.
We've had issues ever since we put this new body on this year with the sheet metal getting into the tire the way it walks up underneath, you know, for the traction. We keep cutting the sheet metal back, but evidently we didn't get enough. It's still got a little bit of bite to it, so we trimmed off a few more slices of it, see how it goes for this one. Other than that, the track is in a terrible situation as far as having tacky spots and then dry spots, and you get enough traction and you're doing good, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you got too much wheel and everything's going by and you're going towards the wall, and you don't want to do that. So, you know, it's just one of those nights. It's part of racing, and we'll see what the track turns out to be here pretty soon, if what we decide to do or not do.
So it sounds like we're not going to make too many adjustments then. We're going to kind of leave it the way it is. I mean, is that pretty much the way you come in on the race night, is wait for the track to come to you and not make too many changes?
Exactly. I'd rather wait for the track to come to us because he already knows how this feels and what's set up. With the coolness of this evening, you know, a little bit of humidity in the air, I don't see it dry slicking off too bad. No matter how many classes you put on it, it's still going to stay pretty tacky. So we'll wait and see what the track does, and still probably no matter what it does, I won't make too many changes to it.
Well, Patty, all I can say is it's been fun for me to come down, and might mention the all-girl pit crew. Might be the only one, especially here at Lakeside, that I know of, but you guys are efficient. Look like you know what you're doing. Everything's planned out. Looks like everybody has their job.
We do. This is our 6th year of racing, and we definitely know the differences of what our jobs are, what needs to be done, what the car looks like, what Darren's needs may be. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, we're an all-female pit crew, but at the same time, we're family, blood family, and my 2 daughters, Tara and Andrea, come with me every week, and their brother, and we never miss a race for any reason or any way. And I know where all my kids are at on Friday nights. When Lakeside Speedway's open, we're together. And I got a lot of kids here that call me mom, and I love them just as much as I do my own blood, and it's family. I truly feel good at home here.
All I can say is, I guess the way to wrap this up is Happy Mother's Day, Patty, and thank you a lot.
Thank you, Mike. Will be a wonderful Mother's Day, and I'm glad we finally got around to this, and I'll truly enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Darren Kling. Darren, man, you've got to feel pretty fortunate for the situation you've got here, have such a close family deal with your mom, let alone being your crew chief at the same time. It got to be a really situation that you really do enjoy.
Yeah, I do, and racing is family, like they always said. I've met some of the greatest friends, and I can't explain enough how close it has brought our family together to come out here every Friday night. We get to come out and spend time as a family, and it's made us a lot closer. I just want to say Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
All right, Darren, go out there and have some fun, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Here comes Darren Kling on the bottom side of the racetrack. Really making it work off of turn number 4 side by side. We're looking for a new leader. It's Darren Kling.
Kling has the 30 up to the top spot. Move Frank Littrell, the 18, back to second. Sam Schuler running third in the 44, but he won't be there long. Here comes Kelby Ostrander.
Ostrander's been fast all night. Looking, trying to take over that 3rd spot from Sam Schuler. Up front, it's Darren Kling.
Lights out on the speedway. We'll look for the green off at turn 4. Darren Kling brings them down to the green flag. Into turn 1 they go. Kling goes right back to the low side. Frank Littrell following him. Littrell gets around to Kelby Ostrander.
Kelby got a little bit sideways over there in 1 and 2 and allowed Littrell to get up underneath. But that allowed Darren Kling to stretch that lead back out. White flag this time by.
Into turn 1 they go, down the back straightaway for the final time. Ostrander diamonding turn 1 and 2. He gets around the 18.
He's been dominant all night. He hails from Baser, Kansas. He's picking up the victory tonight. It's Darren Kling.
Well, Darren, first off, man, congratulations. First win for 2012, right?
Yes, first win for 2012. Actually, my first win since July 23rd, 2010. So it's a long time coming.
Yeah. We couldn't have planned it on a better night, Patty. Boy, we had a bunch of fun in the pits here tonight shooting this Mother's Day special. And, you know, I just don't think we could have done it any better. Maybe if you'd have won the heat race, Darren,
Yeah.
but you got second. But still, a great night.
It was a wonderful night. Very proud of my son. Very proud of what he does on his own and with his car and his driving capabilities. And it was a wonderful Mother's Day present. I don't need anything else. But if you want to take me out to supper tomorrow night, you can still.
I think it's a pretty good gift as hard as we work here for this car.
do.
It's all a family deal, so it's my way of saying Happy Mother's Day.
It is. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Darren, talking about the race just a little bit, man, I don't know what you guys did tonight, but I mean, anytime the green flag flew, he was gone.
He was.
I mean, honestly, I think at one time pretty close to a straightaway lead before one of the yellows, and as soon as the green come out again, I'd look over there in turn two, and he was pulling away from the pack. What? Anything special tonight, man?
No, man, I'd hate to tell everybody, I'm on a engine that was built in the winter of '08. I'm on a very limited budget. I come out here with what I can, and I sometimes bring a knife to gunfight, I feel like, for money, you know, and I just, man, when it gets dry like it did, this car goes. I don't know if it's all just the car. Maybe I found a niche to make it work. Yeah. But, man, when it gets dry, I get excited. And it got dry, and we went forward.
I was going to say the conditions must have changed a little, because I know we were talking after the heat race, and you were talking about it being like a checkerboard, wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. Did it change for the feature? Was it dry the way you wanted it?
Yes, bottom of 3 and 4 was still tacky, and it kind of made the car push a little bit. But high side, both sides, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 high sides were dry, and most of 1 and 2 on the bottom was dry, but the exit of 2 was horrible. She was drier than snot and slick, but hey, we made her work.
Okay, all I can say, guys, is congratulations, both of you. Darren for the drive, Patty for mom, and crew chief.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoy what I do here very much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.